Benjamin never expected that Louise, who had just suffered a miscarriage, would generously offer the fish soup to his pregnant ex-girlfriend Delilah, who was in her final trimester. He asked Louise in disbelief, "Why aren't you jealous today?" Louise said that Delilah needed more care than she did. "Besides, why should I be jealous?" she added calmly. Benjamin felt something was off. He said bluntly, "You weren't like this before." In the past, Louise would get furious whenever Benjamin brought Delilah home to stay, but he didn't realize that the reason Louise had changed so much was entirely because of him. That day, Benjamin had sent Louise away on an errand, then secretly brought Delilah home to take care of her. Worried about Benjamin, Louise came back that very night. When she saw Benjamin and Delilah being so close, she immediately tried to throw Delilah out, but Benjamin insisted on letting Delilah stay, and even asked Louise to give up the comfortable sunroom for her. Louise angrily accused Benjamin of being heartless. Seeing them argue, Delilah pretended to be hurt and said she would leave. Benjamin shouted for Louise to get out of the house. He even warned that if anything happened to Delilah, he would never forgive Louise for the rest of his life. After saying that, he threw down his bag and stormed off to find Delilah. That night, Benjamin finally came home, bringing a takeout box of fried noodles to ask for Louise's forgiveness. Seeing Benjamin lower his pride, Louise swallowed her pride and took a bite. But just then, Delilah walked in as if she were the lady of the house, opening the door casually and stepping inside. Benjamin immediately rushed out to greet her. When Louise looked at him in confusion, Benjamin explained that he had given Delilah a spare key. Delilah then deliberately mentioned that the fried noodles she just had came from the same restaurant she and Benjamin used to love during college. Louise couldn't help but find it ridiculous. She quietly went back to her room. A moment later, Benjamin slipped into the room, saying he had settled Delilah into the sunroom. Feeling guilty, Benjamin tried to pull Louise into his arms, but she suddenly felt nauseous. Before Benjamin could even check on her, Delilah called him, asking him to come keep her company. When Louise saw him about to leave, she tried to stop him, but Benjamin accused her of faking it and walked away without looking back. Louise remembered when they used to go to the hospital together, and the doctor had said her morning sickness was because they were so in love. But now, it was clear that Benjamin didn't love her anymore. Feeling sick and miserable from her pregnancy, Louise went to the hospital alone. Before the checkup, she tried calling Benjamin but couldn't reach him. The doctor told her that her condition wasn't looking good lately and prescribed some medicine to help keep the baby safe. In a daze, Louise got ready to go home, but accidentally bumped into Delilah, and right behind Delilah was Benjamin. Benjamin snatched Louise's medical report out of her hand and nervously asked why she hadn't told him she was unwell. Louise told him straight up that he didn't care about her at all. Hearing this, Delilah jumped in to defend Benjamin, saying that he was only neglecting Louise because he was busy taking care of her. Louise completely lost hope after hearing that. The three of them walked to the car together, but Delilah started acting again, saying she had always sat in the front seat before. Seeing the two women start to argue, Benjamin immediately told Louise to give up the front seat. Delilah quietly mocked Louise, saying she would never win Benjamin's love. Then she intentionally fell to the ground. Benjamin, who had just gotten into the car, ran over right away. Thinking that Louise had pushed her, he shoved Louise to the ground. He accused her of being so cruel. Then he left her on the side of the road and drove off with Delilah. When Louise returned home alone, she discovered that Benjamin had bought lilies for Delilah. Furious, she threw the lilies to the ground. Benjamin rushed over to her. He yelled, asking why she was acting crazy again. Louise reminded him that while he remembered Delilah liked lilies, he had forgotten that she herself was severely allergic to them. Upon hearing that, Delilah started acting again, pretending to take the blame. Benjamin immediately pulled Delilah into his arms, comforted her, then locked Louise in the room, telling her to reflect on herself, both physically and emotionally broken. Louise tried calling Benjamin when she couldn't open the door, but Benjamin was too busy being sweet with Delilah to answer. When Benjamin finally remembered her and opened the door, Louise had already been unconscious for a long time. Benjamin froze in shock, terrified and speechless.